Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome back for another video. It's that time to do some Major League Baseball picks and predictions. Who's ready for our Sunday, May 17 games? We have 15 games in total. We're going to break them all down today. We're going to pick the outcome, the winner, the loser, but we'll be focusing on the best bets today. The money line, the spread, the over-unders. What I need from you, help me out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. Who do you think is going to walk away with the win today? Leave it in the comment section. I will respond to every comment. We'll be using the Outlier app today. That's where we'll be getting all of our numbers, the money line, the spreads, the over-unders. But let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into the games. Our very first game to open up the day, 12:15 p.m. on Peacock, the 21-25 Miami Marlins. Don't underestimate the Marlins, always a pretty competitive squad, going up against the 29-15 Rays. Yes, the Rays lost one, but this has probably been one of the hottest, if not the hottest teams the last 2 to 3 weeks. Right now, looking out the numbers there from Outlier, Miami plus 143, Tampa Bay minus 144. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites. The over-under 7.5. What I like about Outlier is it gives us a lot of details on where the money's going, percentage of the bets, percentage of the money. Looking at the money line, 81% going towards the Rays, 81% of the bets, and 88% of the money. Marlins 4.2 runs a game. Lopez hitting 341. Hicks is hitting 291, up to 40 RBIs right now. Teams hitting 243. 33 home runs, 51 steals, very aggressive, getting a 4.17 runs a game. The Rays 4.5 runs a game, hitting 257, 34 home runs, 47 steals, pretty good balance, giving a 3.49 runs a game. Simpson hitting 304. Yuri Perez is on the mound for the Marlins. Young pitcher. He's had some highs, he's had some lows. They just give him 6-7 quality innings this year. He's 23 years old, 2-5 record, a 4.94 ERA, 53 strikeouts so far in 47 in his career, 3.96. This guy's actually a really good pitcher, strikeout pitcher. Just kind of the last couple starts, he has given up a little more runs than usual. He's going up against one of the most underappreciated pitchers in baseball, Drew Rasmussen. No one knows this guy's name. 30 years old, you gotta learn his name. 3-1 record. 3.16 ERA, 43 strikeouts in 42 innings. Career 2.91. This guy's been in the majors for 7 seasons. Never had an ERA since 2021 higher than 2.8 every single year. Year in, year out. Puts up great numbers. Just he plays in a smaller market. A lot of people don't know him, but this guy's a really good pitcher. When I'm looking at this game, this is one of those ones you don't want to underestimate Miami. They're always a really competitive game. They're always in every game. But I got to go with the Rays here with Rasmussen to close out the series. Rays win it. They cover the spread. Give me the over. And on MLB TV, 1:35 p.m., the 19-26 Boston Red Sox. Kind of a disappointing season for them so far. They have a lot of potential with this lineup, but they're running out of time. Going up against the 31-15 Atlanta Braves, even with a loss at this point of the season, probably the best overall team in baseball. Red Sox plus 134. Braves minus 142. The Braves 1.5 run favorites and 8.5 over under. Look at the money. Heavy favorites on the money line. The Braves are. When it comes to the run line, 72% of the bets going towards the Braves, but only half of the money. Boston's averaging 3.8 runs a game. The pitching is actually starting to play a lot better. The offense, who was one of their strengths last season, it's been a weakness this year. 3.8 runs a game, hitting 236. Braves hitting 307, though. Props to him. Team is 31 homers, 34 steals, of 3.88 runs a game. The Braves 5.5 runs a game. They're getting offense from everyone. Olsen with 14 home runs. Baldwin's hitting 304. This is just a stacked lineup. The team hitting 272, 61 homers, 21 steals, of 3.06 runs a game. Brian Bello on the mound for the Red Sox. He had a really good season last year. Has not followed that up with a consecutive good season. 2-4 record, 6.46 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 39 innings. Career 4.25. Last year finished with a 3.35. He's over 3 runs higher than that right now. That number will come down. Just hasn't opened up the season really strong. Going up against Granholm's pretty solid for the Braves. 30 years old. 2-1 record, 4.35 ERA, 34 strikeouts in 41 innings. Career 3.93 ERA. Boston has kind of an under-the-radar competitive lineup, but the bats haven't been hot. Give me the Braves to win this one. Braves win it. They cover the spread. I'm going to go low scoring. Give me the under. Our next game, 1:35 p.m., MLB TV, the 23-23 Philadelphia Phillies. I said 2-3 weeks ago when they were 12 or 13 games under 500, this team will find a way to claw their way back to 500. There's way too many veterans. We picked them to win yesterday. They won. They're now back to 500. Complete reset for the season. Going up against the 24-22 Pittsburgh Pirates. Probably the best crop of young starters in baseball. Pirates minus 127. Philadelphia, plus 125. The Pittsburgh Pirates, 1.5 run favorites. A 7 over-under, very low-scoring game. That lets you know it's going to be a good pitching matchup. Looking at that over-under, 63% of the bets towards the under, 87% of the money. They're seeing good pitching. In Philadelphia, 4 runs a game. Schwarber with 20 home runs. He's been wrecking the ball the last week. Marsh hitting .331. Teams hitting .232. 51 homers, 27 steals, 4.44 runs a game. The Pirates, 5.0 runs a game, hitting .250, 46 home runs, 40 steals, 3.71 runs a game. Zach Wheeler getting the nod for the Phillies. He's had some injuries last couple seasons. When this guy's pitching well, he is one of the best pitchers in baseball, hands down. 35 years old, 2-0 record, 2.55 ERA, 22 strikeouts and 24 innings. Career 3.27 ERA. This guy's elite. He hasn't been higher than the threes since 2017. That's some top notch. That is elite level consistency. Going up against Paul Skeens, who is the best young pitcher in baseball. 23 years old, 6-2 record, a 1.98 ERA, 8th best in baseball, 56 strikeouts in 50 in his career, 1.97. Yeah, career 1.97. First season 1.96. Last year 1.97. This year 1.98. What is next year going to be? 1.99. This is elite pitching. It's as good as it gets. But which lineup ultimately do I trust more? Pirates have the better pitching technically right now on paper. Phillies, their lineup, a lot of veterans getting a little older. Pirates have the edge on offense. But I do love me some Zach Wheeler. I'm going to go upset here, but this is one of those games I don't want to go anywhere near it. It's competitive. Flip a coin. That's going to be the outcome. Anyone can win it. Give me the Phillies winning it. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 1:35 p.m. MLB TV, the 2026 Baltimore Orioles, young team here, a lot of potential versus the 23-23 Washington Nationals. Back to 500. This is a top 5 offense. Bottom 5 pitching staff, though. Looking at this game, Baltimore minus 121, Washington plus 119. The Orioles, 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over under. Higher scoring game. Looking at the run line, 67% of the bets are going towards the Nats on the run line, but 68% of the money. So this is people split. This is going to be a pretty close game, pretty competitive game. Both teams, they've been known to give up some runs on both sides. Pitching is pretty questionable. Baltimore's averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting .231, 44 home runs, 20 steals, and 4.6 runs a game. The Nats, 5.4 runs a game. That's an extremely good offense. Abrams hitting .301, Hood with 12 home runs, teams hitting .242, 52 home runs, 44 steals, and 5.01 runs a game. That's the issue. Offense isn't the problem. It's all centered around the pitching staff. Brandon Young on the mound for Baltimore, 27 years old, 3-1 record, a 4.15 ERA, 19 strikeouts in 26 in his career, 5.59, only 83 innings in his major league career, so a pretty small sample size to look at. He's had some highs and lows, gone up against Miles Mikolas, who just hasn't had it this season. 37 years old, 1-3 record, a 7 ERA, 24 strikeouts in 36 in his career, 4.32. This season, though, far worse than usual. Yes, the last couple years have all been pretty rocky. Used to be a pretty solid overall pitcher, and this might even sound kind of crazy, but I'm going to go with the Nats. I don't trust the pitching at all, but I think their offense might be due for a big day. The Nats pull off the upset. Give me the plus 1.5 and give me the over. And at 1:40 p.m. MLB TV, the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays versus the 2026 Detroit Tigers. Both these teams having a little bit of a letdown so far. Right now, the Blue Jays minus 122, Detroit plus 119, Blue Jays 1.5 run favorites, an 8 over under. The money line 67% towards Toronto, 55% of the money going towards Toronto. Interesting numbers because you also see the run line there. The run line is also split when you're looking at the Vegas numbers coming out. Toronto 4.2 runs a game. Vlad Guerrero, the average has slowly been creeping down. Teams hitting .246, 40 homers, 16 steals, and 4.13 runs a game. Detroit 4.2 runs a game, hitting .242. 40 home runs, 19 steals, got 4.07 runs a game. Kevin Gausman on the mound for the Blue Jays. Just like Rasmussen, no one talks about this guy. 35 years old, 2-3 record, a 3.86 ERA, 48 strikeouts in 51 in his career, 3.82 ERA. Every single season, this guy's in the threes. Doesn't light up the scoreboard. Doesn't have a bunch of crazy stats. The guy keeps the scores low. He gets wins. He's going to be going up against Jake Flaherty for the Tigers. Flaherty, 0-4 record. He's just looking for win number 1. 30 years old, 5.73 ERA, 44 strikeouts, 37 in his career, 3.87. This guy's not a bad pitcher. He's been stinking it up this season. Let's just call it what it is. I trust the Blue Jays a whole lot more in this situation with Gausman. Blue Jays win. They cover the spread. Give me the over. And just to let you guys know, if you do want to sign up for Outlier, look at the pinned comment down below in the comment section. If you click on that link, use it to sign up. You can save 25% off your first month. I really like to follow the bets here, the money line, see what the other people are thinking. At 1:40 p.m., MLB TV, the 24 and 22 is Cincinnati Reds versus the 25 and 22 Cleveland Guardians. Both these teams, they've been hovering around 500 the entire season. Competitive teams. Cincinnati plus 148, Cleveland minus 154. The Guardians, 1.5 run favorites, and 8.5 over runner. Looking at the run line here, 52% of the bets going towards the Guardians, 90% of the money leaning that way as well. Cincinnati 4.3 runs a game, hitting 224. De La Cruz hitting 299 right now, leading the team in practically all the categories. 58 homers, 36 steals, got 4.61 runs a game. The Guardians 4.2 runs a game. The Lautner leading the way, hitting 278. Teams hitting 228. Got to see just a little more consistency from that lineup. They have 42 homers, 48 steals, got 3.81 runs a game. They do pitch well. Brady Singer going for Cincinnati, 29 years old, 2-3 record, 5.79 ERA, 28 strikeouts in 42 in his career, 4.3 ERA. This is the worst start of his career, though. Got to get the ERA down. Going up against Gavin Williams, who's been pretty good this year. 26 years old, 5-3 record, 3.74 ERA, 66 strikeouts. That's fifth most in baseball. That's in 55 in his career, 3.57 ERA. He's one of those bright spots for the Guardians. If they can keep him long term, they got a true stud here in the rotation. And I think he's got the momentum. I like Cleveland at home. Guardians win it. They cover the spread. Give me the over. And MLB TV, 1:40 p.m., the 28-18 New York Yankees. Yes, they're coming off a loss, but probably still one of the best teams in baseball. Might be the best rotation in baseball versus the 19-26 New York Mets. The Mets have put together a couple wins. How about them scoring some runs? Keep up that momentum. Yankees minus 102, Mets minus 100. Vegas is saying this game is a toss-up. Yankees are 1.5 run favorites, an 8.5 over-under. Looking at that over-under, since we brought that up, 60% of the bets going towards the over, 86% of the money as well. New York Yankees, 5.1 runs a game, 234 average, 66 home runs. Judge hitting 273 right now. That average has slowly been climbing up and sitting there with 16 home runs. Rice is hitting 305. Team has 40 steals. They have power. They have speed. And that rotation only giving up 3.22 runs a game. The Mets, the Mets have actually found a way to score a couple runs the last game. Can I believe it? Can it be? Can it be true? The Mets have some type of momentum right now. Props to them. Teams hitting 226, 36 homers, 22 steals, and 3.75 runs a game. Pitching hasn't been the problem, though. It's been the offense and hitting with runners in scoring position. Elmer Rodriguez on the mound for the Yankees. 22 years old, young pitcher here, going up against the in-city team. 0-1 record, 5.19 ERA, 5 strikeouts, and 8.2 in his career, 4.5 ERA. Probably going to be a bullpen game. Yankees have used a lot of their bullpen pieces the last two nights, so kind of leaves them a little thin. Going up against Freddie Peralta, the Mets ace. 29 years old, 3-3 record, a 3.1 ERA, 50 strikeouts in 49 in his career, 3.5. So how about last year? 17-6 record, 2.7, over 200 strikeouts, 3 straight seasons. He's going to make it 4 this year. I'm going to go Mets. It is crazy for the Mets to win back-to-back games, but we're going to call it. New York wins it. Give me the plus 1.5. Give me the under. 2:10 p.m. MLB TV, the 26-17 Milwaukee Brewers, most wins in baseball last season. They got a lot of wind at their sails. They are moving. They are curb-stopping teams right now, playing the 20-26 Minnesota Twins. Milwaukee minus 112. Minnesota plus 108. The Brewers 1.5 run favorites. A 7.5 over-under. Vegas again seeing a very low-scoring game, but they're still leaning heavily towards the Brewers. 66% of the bets going towards Milwaukee. 64% of the money also going towards Milwaukee. We're going to see some good pitching. Brewers, such a young, good team. 5.1 runs a game, hitting 245, 27 homers, 43 steals, of 3.35 runs a game. Top 5 offense, top 5 rotation. What else could you ask for? Minnesota, 4.8 runs a game, hitting 236, 49 homers, 40 steals, of 4.49 runs a game. Robert Gassert on the mound for Milwaukee, 26 years old. Hasn't thrown a pitch this season. Last year, 3.18 ERA. Career 2.67, but only 33.2 innings in his major league career. So very small sample size to judge from, going up against Bailey Ober, a very reliable pitcher. 30 years old, 4-2 record, a 3.46 ERA, 39 strikeouts in 52 in his career, 4.03. I think the Twins rebound with a win. I'm going to go Minnesota here. Give me Minnesota. Give me the plus 1.5. That over-under, that's what makes this one kind of a tough one. I'm going to go with the over just slightly. MLB TV, 2:10 p.m. The 21-24 Texas Rangers. For the love of God, can the Rangers get some run support to their starting pitchers? Facing off first the 19-28 Houston Astros. Good offense. The last rated statistical pitching staff in baseball. Astros plus 106, Texas minus 108. The Rangers 1.5 run favorites, an 8.5 over under. Whenever you have Rangers games with this pitching, look at that over under. 77% of the bets going towards the under, with 69% of the money going the other way towards the over. Under Texas, 3.8 runs a game. Jung hitting 308. Nimmo still doing good. Where the heck is everyone else? That team is 40 homers, 20 steals, have 3.63 runs a game. Their pitchers deserve so much better from this lineup. Houston, 4.6 runs a game, hitting 255. Alvarez, 15 homers, 322 batting average. Really good offense. 54 home runs, 17 steals. It's the pitching, though. Giving up 5.59 runs a game. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, looking to get things back on track from last season. He's not having a bad year, but last year he had an ERA under 2. Right now, 36 years old. 4-4 record of 4.15 ERA, 47 strikeouts in 47 in his career, 3.9 last year, a 1.73, and he's actually been pitching pretty decent the last couple weeks. Going up against Peter Lambert, 29 years old, 2-3 record, 2.76 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 29 in his career, 5.9 ERA for his career, but this season, far and away better than any other season he's had throughout his career. With the Rangers bats, though, with them not swinging hot bats, you never know. Any other team can be in the game. But I think Eovaldi comes out, throws a solid game. Give me the Rangers winning this one. Rangers win. They cover the spread. Give me the under. 2:10 p.m. MLB TV, the 29-17 Chicago Cubs. You know, this team checks off all the boxes. Such a talented team playing the 23-22 Chicago White Sox. The White Sox, the last couple seasons, they've stunk it up. They're not just 500. They're now one game over 500. We actually picked them to pull off the upset yesterday. Big question, can they pull off the upset back-to-back games here? Currently, the Cubs, minus 131. White Sox, plus 128. The Chicago Cubs, 1.5 run favorites. An 8.5 over-under. Looking at that over-under, the Chicago White Sox won yesterday. The Cubs, 72% of the butts leaning towards them getting the dub. 61% of the money as well. The Cubs, 5.1 runs a game. Really good team, checking off all the boxes. 246 average, 52 homers, 29 steals, have 3.86 runs a game. The White Sox, 4.4 runs a game, hitting 233, 55 home runs, 29 steals, go 4.28 runs a game. Murakami's sitting there with 17 home runs. Big thing. Can the White Sox pull off another upset victory? Colin Rea on the mound for Chicago. Not having the season he had last year, but still a good pitcher. 35 years old, 4-2 record, 4.68 ERA, 36 strikeouts in 42 innings career, 4.43. Last year, though, a 3.97. He had a really good season last year. The White Sox, Eric Feedy on the mound, looking for win number 1. 33 years old, 0-4 record, 3.77 ERA, 26 strikeouts in 43 innings. Not a strikeout pitcher. Career 4.88 ERA. Does Colin Rea get back on track, or does Feedy get win number 1 first? Something has to give. I picked White Sox yesterday. I'm going Cubs today. Chicago wins it, but I think they win it by 1. So Cubs win, but I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. 2:15 p.m. MLB TV, the 19-27 KC Royals versus the 27-18 St. Louis Cardinals. How about the Cardinals? You know, questionable pitching. Their offense is so good, so gritty. When they need runs, they score just enough runs to competitively win games. Royals plus 105, Cardinals minus 106. KC 1.5 run favorites, a 9 over under. Looking at this one, when I see the Royals, when I see the Cardinals, I'm looking at that over under. 71% of the bets going to the under. Money's falling right with them. 81% of the money going towards the under. KC, 4.2 runs a game. Bobby Witt Jr. getting that average up to 309 right now. Team's hitting 241, 44 home runs, 29 steals, 4.38 runs a game. The Cardinals, 4.6 runs a game, hitting 240. Walker hitting 308, 13 home runs, 34 RBIs. The team is 49 homers, 30 steals, 4.29 runs a game. Stephen Collick on the mound for the Royals. Royals used to have elite level pitching every single game. Just not as good this season. Collick, 29 years old, 1-0 record, a 6.75 ERA, 9 strikeouts in 10 in his career, 4.18 ERA. On the mound for the Cardinals, they have Andre Payante. Payante, 27 years old, 4-3 record, 4.46 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 42 in his career, 4.34 ERA. Vegas is leaning KC. The analytics, the fans leaning St. Louis. I'm going to go with the fans with the analytics. Give me the Cardinals pulling off the upset. Give me the plus 1.5. Give me the under. 3:10 p.m. ESPN 21-23 Arizona Diamondbacks versus the 18-28 Colorado Rockies. Both teams out of the NL West. Arizona -141, Colorado +138. The D-backs 1.5 run favorites, a 10.5 over/under. That's a massive over/under in Arizona. Heavy favorites. 73% of the butts going towards Arizona. 86% of the money going towards Arizona. The D-backs 4.3 runs a game, hitting 234. Vargas hitting 338. Team has 37 homers. 21 steals and have 4.5 runs a game. The Rockies, yes, they don't have the best record, but this team is better than last year. They're averaging 4.3 runs a game, hitting 248. Moniak hitting 307. Johnson hitting 316. Team is 43 homers, 35 steals and 4.83 runs a game, which is over 1 run better than last season also. Michael Soroka on the mound for the D-backs, 28 years old, 5-2 record. Great season for him. 3.53 ERA. 47 strikeouts in 43 innings. Career 3.82 ERA. This guy usually gives you a pretty solid overall season every year, going up against Michael Lorenzen, who's not throwing a good season. 34 years old, 2-5 record, a 6.55 ERA, 31 strikeouts in 44 innings. Career 4.19 ERA. This season, last season, both Rocky years prior to that, pretty decent pitcher, but I'm going to lean D-backs getting the rebound here. Arizona wins. They cover the spread. That's a huge over-under. I hate large over-unders, but why not? Give me the over. 4:05 p.m. MLB TV, the 18-27 San Francisco Giants versus the 23-21 Athletics. Got to give the Athletics a hand, Competitive team sitting a couple games over 500. San Francisco +135, Athletics -137. The Athletics also 1.5 run favorites, a 9.5 over. The run line, it's practically a 50-50 split down the middle. 49% of the bets going the A's way, 51% going the Giants' way. San Francisco 3.4 runs a game, hitting 243, 30 home runs, 12 steals, and 3.97 runs a game. The A's 4.4 runs a game, hitting 252, 49 home runs, 25 steals, 4.36 runs a game. How about Langers this season? He's averaging 12 home runs, 27 RBIs. He's hitting 337. Got to give him a hand. Adrian Hauser on the mound for the Giants, 33 years old, 1-4 record, a 5.79 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 42 in his career, 4.15 ERA. Last year, such a good season last year, 3.31 at the end of the day. He's going up against Jeffrey Springs. Springs 3-3 record, 4.12 ERA, 49 innings, 44 strikeouts. When you're looking at his career ERA, this is a guy, as long as you give him some solid run support, he can rack up some wins. Career 3.69 ERA, probably one of their aces last season. Just didn't get a lot of runs for him, but he's going up against a team. They're lacking in overall power, speed, aggressiveness. That's why the A's are favored, because you only need 4 or 5 wins. You can walk away with the win. And I think that's going to happen. Give me the Athletics getting the win, covering the spread. That's a high over-under. I'm going to go with the under. MLB TV, 4:07 p.m. The 27-18 LA Dodgers. Yes, they have a lot of injuries, but still the most talented roster in baseball. Going up against the 16-29 Angels. Angels, a lot of power. Battle for the city of LA. Dodgers, -131. Angels, +129. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites, a 9.5 over-under. The Dodgers are heavy favorites to get a strong rebound here. Sasaki, though, little questionable on the mound, but LA Dodgers, 85% chance of the bets, 93% of the money. Dodgers, 4.9 runs a game. The injuries have kind of started to set in right now. 263 average, but still overall very deep team. 57 home runs, 21 steals, and 3.4 runs a game. Muncy with 12 home runs. He's actually hitting 275, giving you pretty good production this season. Angels, 4.2 runs a game, hitting 232, 52 home runs, 24 steals, and 4.55 runs a game. Sasaki on the mound for LA, complete wild card. You never know what you're going to give. He's been known to get a little carried away sometimes, has some control issues. Sometimes he'll have 100 pitches through 3 or 4 innings. Might get taken out pretty quick. 24 years old, 1-3 record, 5.88 ERA, 31 strikeouts in 33 innings. Career 5.14 ERA. So much promise, though. He just has to get his emotions under control on the mound, going up against Grayson Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 26 years old, hasn't thrown a pitch since 2024, career ERA 4.11. I don't like that. I was actually going to lean the Angels to win this game, potentially with the upset, but when I saw that they had a guy who hasn't thrown the ball in almost 2 years, arm's going to be rusty. I don't like the unknowns. It is definitely an unknown when someone hasn't played since 2024. Even then, a career total of 238 innings in his entire Major League career, 26 years old. It's been 2 seasons. I don't like it. Give me the Dodgers winning this one. They cover the spread. Give me the over. And what do you know, officially, finally we made it to our final game. 7:20 p.m. on Peacock, the 27-16 San Diego Padres versus the 22 and 25 Seattle Mariners. Much better than their record shows. Seattle right now minus 148. San Diego plus 146. The Mariners 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. I honestly think this game's a lot closer to a 50-50. Looking at the money line there, everything's leaning heavily towards the Mariners, but on the run line, 45% towards Seattle, 55% towards San Diego. Padres 4.1 runs a game, hitting 222, 41 home runs. 40 steals, got 4.14 runs a game. Mariners 4.2 runs a game, hitting 232, 53 home runs. 33 steals, giving up 3.62 runs a game. On the mound for the Padres, Lucas Giolito, 31 years old, 10-4 record last year. 3.4 running, 121 strikeouts. Has not thrown a pitch this season. He's actually a pretty decent pitcher. But those first starts of the season, getting in here month 2, might be a little shaky. Career 4.3 ERA. On the mound for the Mariners, George Kirby. Kirby, good young pitcher, 28 years old. 5-2 record, a 2.84 ERA, 46 strikeouts, and 57 in his career, 3.52 ERA. I like Kirby. Mariners, very uber talented team. Really young team, a lot of potential. Sky's the limit. Just very shocky starts the season. Shocky start last season, same than this year. They were a second half team last season. Probably going to be that again this season, but get that momentum started just a little bit earlier. I'm going to go with the Mariners. Give me Seattle winning this one, covering the spread, and give me the over. So guys, that's all of our best bets for every single game we have coming up for Sunday, May 18th. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below. Who do you think's walking away with the win today? If you want to sign up for Outlier, look at that pinned comment down there. Click on the link, sign up, get 25% off your first month. And as always, thank you for watching.